What if I told you that there's an animal that can live forever, a creature that has 3 hearts and blue blood, or a mammal whose very existence seems to defy all biological rules? These are not tales from ancient mythology, nor are they fabrications from the world of science fiction. They are real animals living and breathing on our planet right now, each a testament to the boundless ingenuity of evolution. In the quiet corners of our world, from the deepest oceans to the highest mountain peaks, life has found ways to adapt and thrive in manners so extraordinary, they challenge our very understanding of what is possible. These creatures, often hidden from our daily view, carry on with their lives, governed by biological principles that seem alien to us. We will journey together into their world, to uncover the secrets of their survival and the marvels of their anatomy. Animals are smarter, stranger, and more powerful than we have ever imagined. Each fact we uncover is a brushstroke in a grander masterpiece, painting a picture of a planet teeming with complexity and wonder. This is a celebration of life in all its peculiar and magnificent forms, an exploration of the astonishing truths that lie just beyond the veil of the familiar world we think we know. In this video, you'll discover the 50 most interesting animal facts, from unbelievable survival skills to mind-bending biology, that proves nature is the greatest inventor of all time. We will explore abilities that surpass our most advanced technologies and emotional depths that mirror our own. Prepare to have your perceptions of the animal kingdom completely reshaped. And be sure to stay with us until the very end, because fact number 50 is so strange it sounds entirely fake, but scientists swear it's true. A final, baffling puzzle piece in nature's grand design. Our journey begins now, into a realm of scientific marvels and natural enigmas. We will witness the bizarre, the beautiful, and the brilliant strategies that life employs to persist against all odds. If you love animal facts, wildlife mysteries, and unbelievable nature secrets, then I invite you to join us. Hit like, subscribe to follow our explorations, and let's dive into the extraordinary lives of the creatures with whom we share this remarkable planet. The first of our wonders awaits in the silent, mysterious depths of the ocean. Deep beneath the ocean's surface, in a world of muted light and immense pressure, lives a creature of profound intelligence and truly alien biology, the octopus. This master of camouflage and problem-solving holds a secret within its soft, boneless body, a circulatory system unlike almost any other. It does not have 1 heart, but 3. Each plays a distinct and vital role in sustaining this remarkable invertebrate. This anatomical curiosity is not a mere quirk of nature. It is a highly specialized adaptation, a key to its survival in the vast, oxygen-poor expanses of the marine world. 2 of the hearts work in perfect synchrony, dedicated to a single, crucial task, pumping blood through the animal's delicate gills. Here, in these feathery structures, a vital exchange takes place. The deoxygenated blood, rich in a copper-based protein called hemocyanin, which gives it a blue hue, releases its carbon dioxide and absorbs precious oxygen from the surrounding water. These twin branchial hearts ensure that the gills are constantly supplied with blood, maximizing the efficiency of every breath taken from the ocean. They are the engines of its respiration, a dual-powered system for life support in the deep. The third heart, known as the systemic heart, is larger and more powerful. Its responsibility is far broader, to circulate the newly oxygenated, life-giving blood to every other part of the octopus's body. From the tips of its 8 intelligent arms, lined with sensitive suckers, to its complex brain and vital organs, this central heart sustains the entire organism. It is a powerful pump that drives the very essence of the octopus's being. But this robust organ possesses a peculiar and significant weakness, one that profoundly influences the animal's behavior and defines its relationship with movement. Here lies the fun twist, the paradox at the core of the octopus's existence. When an octopus decides to swim, its main systemic heart stops beating. For the duration of its journey through the water column, its body is deprived of freshly circulated blood. This physiological shutdown is so exhausting that octopuses have developed a strong aversion to swimming, preferring to crawl along the seabed whenever possible. This is why they are masters of the seafloor ambush, creatures of patience and stealth. Their 3 hearts, a marvel of adaptation, also impose a fundamental limitation, tethering this brilliant mind to the ocean floor. In the warm, temperate waters of the world drifts a creature that holds the key to a concept humanity has only ever dreamed of: immortality. It is a tiny, unassuming jellyfish, no bigger than a fingernail, known to science as Turritopsis dohrnii. This delicate, bell-shaped animal has accomplished what seems biologically impossible. It has, in essence, discovered a way to cheat death. When faced with the pressures of old age, physical injury, or starvation, it does not simply perish. Instead, it initiates a miraculous process of renewal, turning back its own biological clock. This process is known as transdifferentiation, a cellular marvel that defies the normal, one-way path of life. Most organisms are born, they mature, and they die. But the Turritopsis dohrnii can, upon reaching its adult, or medusa stage, revert completely back to its earliest form, a colony of polyps. Its mature cells, which were once specialized for tasks like stinging or propulsion, transform. They become young again, reverting to a stem cell-like state, shedding their specialized identities to begin the life cycle anew. It is the ultimate form of regeneration, not of a limb, but of the entire organism. From this reborn polyp colony, new, genetically identical jellyfish will eventually bud off, each one carrying the same life experience as the original. It is not a descendant, but the same individual, starting over. Imagine a butterfly, upon growing old, being able to transform back into a caterpillar, only to become a butterfly once more. This is precisely what this humble jellyfish achieves. It can, theoretically, repeat this cycle indefinitely, making it biologically immortal. It will never die of old age, its life a continuous loop of maturation and rejuvenation. Of course, this does not make them invincible. They can still fall prey to predators, or succumb to diseases that destroy them too quickly for their regenerative process to kick in. But the fact remains that in the absence of external threats, their lifespan is, for all intents and purposes, limitless. The Turritopsis dohrnii serves as a profound reminder that the rules of life and death, which we consider so absolute, are far more flexible in the grand theater of the natural world. It is a living legend, a tiny testament to the boundless possibilities of biology. In the vast rolling pastures that stretch across our planet, a quiet drama of social connection unfolds. Here, among the herds of domestic cattle, we find evidence of a surprisingly complex emotional world. It seems that the bonds we form, the friendships we cherish, are not exclusively a human experience. These gentle giants, often seen merely as part of the landscape, possess a capacity for deep and meaningful relationships. They select particular individuals from the herd, forming pairs that are far more than just convenient associations. These are not random groupings, but deliberate choices, a testament to the intricate social fabric that weaves through their communities and governs their daily lives. Scientific observation has peeled back the layers of this understated social structure, revealing something quite remarkable. When a cow is separated from its chosen companion, its entire physiology changes. Its heart rate elevates, a clear and measurable sign of stress. The levels of cortisol, the hormone associated with anxiety, begin to rise within its system. This is a profound biological response, an undeniable indicator of distress. It tells us that what we are witnessing is not simply a preference, but a genuine emotional attachment. The absence of a friend causes a tangible, physical reaction, a loneliness that echoes in their very biology. This bond is a source of immense comfort and stability. When these best friends are together, they are visibly calmer, more relaxed. They graze side by side, they rest in unison, and they often engage in mutual grooming, a behavior that strengthens social ties across the animal kingdom. This companionship reduces the inherent stresses of herd life, providing a buffer against the anxieties of their environment. It is a partnership built on familiarity and trust, a quiet alliance that makes the world a safer, more predictable place. In the presence of their friend, they are more resilient, more at peace, demonstrating the universal power of companionship. So, the next time one observes a field of grazing cattle, it is worth looking closer. Beyond the placid scene lies a network of friendships, of preferred partners and loyal companions. These are not just numbers in a herd, they are individuals with social needs and emotional lives. Their world is one of subtle cues, of gentle nudges, and of a profound sense of belonging. The recognition of a best friend, and the stress felt in their absence, reveals a depth of feeling we are only just beginning to appreciate. reminding us that the capacity for connection is one of nature's most widespread and powerful forces. To understand the sheer antiquity of life on Earth, we must look not to the land, but to the ocean's depths. Long before the first forests took root and cast their shadows upon the continents, the seas were already home to a formidable predator, the shark. These magnificent creatures are living fossils, swimming archives of our planet's deep history. Their lineage stretches back through epochs of unimaginable change, a testament to an evolutionary design of near perfection. They patrolled the ancient oceans when the world's landmasses were utterly alien to us, long before the first amphibians dared to venture ashore. Their story is not written in stone, but in cartilage and survival. The timeline is simply staggering. Fossil evidence places the earliest sharks at over 400 million years ago in the Silurian and Devonian periods. This is a span of time that dwarfs our own existence. To put this into perspective, the first trees, the ancestors of the great forests that now cover our world, only began to emerge some 350 million years ago. For 50 million years, an eternity in its own right, sharks navigated a world without a single tree. It was a planet of rock, shallow seas, and primitive vegetation, yet the shark was already a master of its domain, an apex predator in a world we would barely recognize. This incredible longevity speaks to their supreme adaptability. While countless other species have risen and fallen, succumbing to mass extinctions and changing climates, the shark has endured. They have witnessed the rise and fall of the dinosaurs, the shifting of continents, and the dramatic fluctuations of the planet's ice ages. Their fundamental body plan has remained remarkably consistent, a blueprint for success that has required little modification over hundreds of millions of years. They are a living connection to a primordial past, a reminder that the world we know is but a fleeting chapter in Earth's immense biography. Their survival is, in itself, a story of resilience. They have diversified into a stunning array of forms, from the colossal whale shark to the mysterious Greenland shark that can live for centuries. Each one carries within it an ancient legacy, a genetic heritage forged in the crucible of deep time. While the forest grew, flowered, and spread across the globe, the sharks continued their silent, ceaseless patrol of the oceans. They are not merely old, they are a fundamental part of the planet's living history, the ancient mariners who swam in the oceans of yesterday and continue to command our respect today. In the vast blue expanse of the open ocean, there lives the largest animal that has ever existed, the blue whale. Its sheer scale is difficult to comprehend, a creature of such immense proportions that it seems to belong to the realm of myth, and at the very core of this colossal being lies an organ of equally legendary size, its heart. This is not simply a pump, it is an engine of monumental power, a biological marvel that drives the life force of this gentle giant. It is larger than a small car, a complex mass of muscle and valves that must perform a task of unimaginable magnitude. The numbers alone are almost unbelievable. A blue whale's heart can weigh over 400 pounds, or 180 kilograms. Its main artery, the aorta, is so wide that a small human child could, in theory, crawl through it. Each powerful, deliberate contraction sends 220 liters of blood coursing through a circulatory system that spans the length of a basketball court. This is the biological engine required to sustain a body that can weigh up to 200 tons, a living testament to the extremes of biological engineering and the incredible potential of life in the marine environment. The rhythmic pulse of this giant heart is so profound, so powerful, that it resonates through the very water itself. Using sophisticated underwater hydrophones, scientists have been able to detect the heartbeat of a blue whale from over 3 kilometers away. It is a slow, deep, and thunderous beat, a low-frequency thrum that becomes the faint pulse of the ocean itself. This is the sound of life on the grandest possible scale, a signal that travels through the dense medium of water, announcing the presence of the Leviathan as it moves through its liquid kingdom, a silent, unseen ruler of the deep. This incredible organ operates at a pace that seems almost impossibly slow. When the whale is at the surface, its heart may beat only 5 to 10 times per minute. When it dives deep into the crushing pressure of the abyss to feed, it can slow even further, to a mere 2 beats per minute. This remarkable control allows it to conserve oxygen on its long journeys into the dark, a crucial adaptation for a mammal that must hold its breath for extended periods. It is a heart that beats to the rhythm of the ocean tides, a slow, powerful and enduring engine at the center of our planet's greatest living wonder. In the vast and intricate tapestry of the animal kingdom, the strategies for survival are as diverse as the creatures themselves. Consider the ant, a creature of immense social complexity and tireless industry. We, as large, lung-breathing mammals, take for granted the rhythmic intake and exhalation of air, a process powered by a sophisticated respiratory system. For us, life is tied to the constant work of our lungs, but in the miniature world of the ant, a world built on efficiency and radical adaptation, an entirely different system is at play. They have no need for such large, cumbersome organs, for their very bodies have evolved a more direct, more streamlined method of drawing life from the air around them. The ant's secret lies not in a central processing unit for air, but in a decentralized network of tiny portals. These are not lungs, but a series of minuscule openings arranged along the sides of its thorax and abdomen, known as spiracles. Each spiracle is a gateway, an independent valve that opens directly to the outside world, allowing oxygen to enter and carbon dioxide to be expelled. This system, known as a tracheal system, is a marvel of biological engineering. It eliminates the need for blood to transport oxygen, a task that would be inefficient in such a small body. Instead, the air is delivered directly to the tissues that need it, a testament to nature's ability to find the most elegant solution for any given scale. Imagine a bustling city, but instead of large central power stations, every single building has its own small, efficient generator. This is precisely how the ant's respiratory system functions. The spiracles lead into a network of branching tubes called tracheae, which spiderweb throughout the ant's entire body, growing ever finer until they reach the individual cells. This direct pipeline ensures that every part of the ant, from the muscles powering its powerful mandibles to the nerves in its antennae, receives the oxygen it needs to function. It is a system of profound simplicity and effectiveness, perfectly suited to the relentless, high-energy lifestyle of these remarkable insects, allowing them to conquer nearly every terrestrial habitat on Earth. This method of breathing, however, is not without its limitations, and it is this very constraint that helps define the world of insects. The tracheal system is incredibly efficient for small bodies, but it does not scale up. The passive diffusion of gases through these tiny tubes becomes ineffective over larger distances, which is one of the primary reasons we do not see ants the size of dogs. Their very method of survival, the key to their success on a small scale, also acts as an invisible barrier, confining them to their miniature realm. It is a beautiful example of an evolutionary trade-off, where a perfect adaptation for one way of life dictates the absolute boundaries of another. The vast blue expanse of the ocean is a world of sound. Light struggles to penetrate its depths, but acoustic signals travel far and wide, forming the basis of a complex and hidden society. Here, in the sunlit upper layers, live the dolphins, creatures of profound intelligence and social grace. For decades, we have known they communicate through a series of clicks, buzzes, and whistles, a vibrant underwater symphony. But recent discoveries have revealed something far more personal, something that resonates with our own sense of identity. It seems that within this cetacean orchestra, each individual dolphin possesses its own unique acoustic signature, a specific whistle that functions, for all intents and purposes, as a name. This is not mere speculation, it is the result of painstaking observation and analysis. Scientists have recorded the vocalizations of dolphin pods and found that within the first few months of life, a young calf develops its own signature whistle. This whistle is distinct from those of its mother and its podmates, a unique identifier that it will keep for its entire life. It is the dolphin's acoustic fingerprint, its personal call sign in the boundless ocean. When a dolphin is separated from its group, it will broadcast this signature whistle, announcing its presence, calling out, "I am here. This is me." It's a behavior that strikes a deeply familiar chord. Even more astonishing is how other dolphins respond to these calls. They do not simply recognize the whistle, they can replicate it. When one dolphin wishes to get the attention of another, it will often mimic the other's signature whistle, effectively calling it by name. It is the aquatic equivalent of seeing a friend across a crowded room and calling out to them. This ability demonstrates not just recognition, but a level of cognitive sophistication that involves learning, memory, and the intentional use of specific signals to address specific individuals. It is a form of communication that moves beyond simple warnings or expressions of emotion into the realm of true social interaction. This discovery fundamentally changes our perception of these intelligent marine mammals. The concept of a name implies a concept of self, an awareness of one's own individuality and that of others. For dolphins to develop and use names suggests they live in a social world that is far richer and more nuanced than we ever imagined. They are not just anonymous members of a pod, they are individuals with distinct identities who navigate their fluid world through a network of personal relationships, all announced and maintained by a simple, elegant whistle that echoes through the deep. It is a reminder that the fundamentals of identity are not exclusively human. The transformation from a caterpillar to a butterfly is one of nature's most dramatic and seemingly magical acts. It is a process of complete and utter reinvention. The earthbound leaf-munching larva enters a chrysalis and, through a process called metamorphosis, dissolves into a kind of biological soup, its old body breaking down entirely before a new one is built. From this primordial slurry emerges a creature of the air, a winged jewel with a new body, new senses, and a new purpose. For centuries it was assumed that this radical reconstruction must surely wipe the slate clean, erasing any memories or experiences of the caterpillar's former life. But nature, it appears, is a more faithful archivist than we believed. Astonishing studies have shown that the butterfly, this entirely new being, can retain memories from its time as a caterpillar. Researchers have trained caterpillars to associate a particular smell with an unpleasant experience, such as a mild electric shock. The caterpillars quickly learned to avoid the scent. They then went through their complete metamorphosis, dissolving and reforming within the chrysalis. Once they emerged as adult butterflies, creatures with entirely different brains and nervous systems, they were again exposed to that same specific smell. The results were nothing short of extraordinary. The newly emerged butterflies, which had never encountered the scent in their winged form, showed a distinct aversion to it. They remembered. The memory of the unpleasant experience had somehow survived the complete liquefaction and reassembly of their bodies. This suggests that memory is not just stored in the specific wiring of neurons, but perhaps in a more fundamental, more resilient way within the nervous system itself. The ghost of the caterpillar, its learned wisdom, had been carried across the chasm of metamorphosis and imprinted onto the mind of the butterfly. This incredible continuity of consciousness has profound implications. It means that the experiences of the larva are not lost, but can inform the behavior of the adult. A caterpillar that learns which plants are toxic may pass that vital information onto its future butterfly self, guiding it to lay its eggs on safer foliage. The butterfly is not a blank slate, but a continuation, a final chapter in a single life story that began on a leaf. It is a testament to the enduring power of memory, and a humbling reminder that even in the most radical of transformations, something of the original self endures, carried on wings of remembered experience. In the lush, verdant canopies of Central and South America, a creature exists that has turned a slow pace into a profound art form. The sloth, an icon of unhurried existence, moves through the world with a deliberation that borders on motionless. Every action is measured, every ounce of energy conserved. But beneath this placid exterior lies a physiological marvel, an adaptation that kind of defies our understanding of mammalian limits. While their life in the trees is a study in slow motion, it is when they descend into the water that their most astonishing secret is revealed. A secret that allows them to navigate a completely alien environment with an almost supernatural calm. For an air-breathing mammal, the aquatic world presents a significant challenge, the desperate burning need for oxygen. Yet, the sloth meets this challenge not with speed or power, but with an extraordinary act of internal control. It can submerge itself for up to 40 minutes, a feat that would be utterly impossible for a human. This incredible ability is not born of large lungs, but of a metabolic system that can be throttled down to a near standstill. It is a form of extreme energy conservation, a biological switch that allows the sloth to enter a state of suspended animation while it swims slowly and gracefully from one tree island to another. The mechanism behind this remarkable feat lies in the sloth's heart. It possesses the unique ability to dramatically slow its heart rate, reducing it to a mere fraction of its normal pace. This drastic reduction in circulation means that the precious, oxygenated blood is used with incredible efficiency, rationed out to vital organs with meticulous precision. The body's demand for fresh oxygen plummets, extending the time it can spend beneath the surface. It is a physiological superpower, hidden within one of the world's most unassuming animals, allowing it to perform feats that would leave even the most elite human divers in awe of its quiet endurance. This adaptation provides a crucial survival advantage in their often flooded forest homes. When forced to cross a river or a temporarily flooded patch of jungle, this ability to hold its breath for an extended period is not just a party trick. It is a lifeline. It allows them to escape terrestrial predators, to find new sources of food, or to simply move between fragmented sections of their canopy home. It is a testament to the incredible and often surprising ways in which life adapts, proving that even the slowest of creatures can possess capabilities that are, to us, nothing short of miraculous. Among the great titans of the savannah, the elephant stands as a monument of intelligence and profound social complexity. We have long been captivated by their immense size and gentle power, but it is their inner world, their capacity for deep emotion, that is perhaps their most compelling attribute. These are not simply herds moving in search of food and water. They are families, bound by intricate social ties that can last a lifetime, and nowhere is the depth of these bonds more evident, more heart-wrenching, than in their response to death. When one of their own falls, the herd does not simply move on. They stop. They remember. Observations from the field have documented this behavior time and time again, leaving no doubt as to its significance. When a matriarch, a calf, or any member of the family dies, the others will often gather around the body in a profound, silent vigil. They have been seen gently touching the deceased, with their trunks, exploring the contours of a face they once knew so well. They may stand for hours, sometimes even days, in a circle of quiet contemplation, seemingly paying their respects. This is not instinctual curiosity. It is a shared, communal experience that looks in every meaningful way like grief. It is a display of emotional intelligence that challenges our very definition of what it means to feel. The connection to their dead does not fade with time. Elephants have been observed returning to the sites where a family member has died years after the event. They will pick up the sun-bleached bones, turning a skull over and over in their trunks, caressing a tusk with a gentleness that belies their enormous strength. It is as if they are engaging with a memory, revisiting a connection that transcends the physical realm. This ritualistic interaction with the remains of their kin suggests a powerful and enduring sense of loss, a form of mourning that we once believed was exclusively human. This capacity for grief speaks volumes about the cognitive and emotional lives of these magnificent animals. It demonstrates a complex understanding of life, death, and social relationships. For an elephant, another member of the herd is not just a companion, it is an individual with a unique identity, a presence whose absence creates a palpable void. Their mourning is a powerful reminder that the animal kingdom is filled with deep wells of feeling and consciousness. In the quiet sorrow of an elephant, we see a reflection of our own capacity for love and loss, a shared emotional language that connects us all. As winter's icy grip tightens across the northern forests, most creatures must either flee to warmer climes or find shelter to wait out the cold. But a few species have evolved a strategy so extreme it seems to belong in the realm of science fiction. The wood frog, a small and otherwise unremarkable amphibian, possesses an ability that borders on resurrection. It does not simply endure the cold, it embraces it. When the temperatures plummet below freezing, the wood frog allows itself to become a solid, frozen block of ice. It is a creature caught between life and death, waiting for the return of the sun. This process is a carefully orchestrated biological shutdown. As ice crystals begin to form on its skin, a signal is sent to the frog's liver, which goes into overdrive, flooding the body with enormous quantities of glucose. This sugar acts as a natural cryoprotectant, a biological antifreeze that circulates through the frog's cells. While the water in the spaces between the cells freezes solid, the glucose prevents the cells themselves from rupturing, protecting the vital organs from catastrophic damage. The frog becomes a living statue, up to 65% of its body water turned to solid ice. In this frozen state, all signs of life cease. The frog's heart stops beating, its lungs no longer draw breath. There is no discernible brain activity. To any observer, it would appear to be dead, a lifeless casualty of the harsh winter. It can remain in this state of suspended animation for weeks, even months, completely at the mercy of the elements. It is an act of supreme surrender, a gamble that the warmth of spring will eventually return. The frog's very existence is placed on hold, its life process is paused in a crystalline stasis, waiting for the thaw. And then, as the world begins to warm, the miracle occurs. As the ice melts, the frog's body slowly thaws from the inside out. The heart, after months of stillness, gives a faint flicker, and then another. Slowly, painstakingly, it begins to beat again, pumping the glucose-rich blood through its veins. The lungs take their first breath, and within a matter of hours, the frog is fully animate once more, hopping away as if it has just woken from a deep sleep. It is one of nature's most astonishing feats of survival, a creature that has truly conquered death by embracing the freeze. In the relentless theater of the natural world, survival is a game of strategy, often played out over immense timescales. Here, we encounter one of its most patient participants, the humble snail. This creature, seemingly fragile and slow-moving, possesses a capacity for endurance that is truly remarkable. While most animals must constantly forage and hunt to sustain themselves, the snail has perfected the art of waiting. It can enter a state of profound dormancy, a slumber so deep it can stretch not for days or weeks, but for years. This is not mere rest. It is a complete shutdown of its metabolic processes, a strategic retreat from a world that has become too harsh. This extraordinary ability is known as estivation, a form of hibernation triggered not by cold, but by heat and drought. When the sun beats down relentlessly, baking the earth and evaporating every last drop of moisture, the snail retreats into its shell, its portable fortress. It then seals the entrance with a parchment-like layer of dried mucus called an epiphragm. Behind this barrier, the world ceases to exist. Its heart rate slows to a near standstill, its breathing all but stops, and its need for energy plummets. It is a living creature held in suspended animation, waiting for the life-giving rains to return. Imagine for a moment the sheer patience required for such a feat. 3 years. A period during which entire generations of other, more frantic creatures might live and die. The snail, however, remains motionless, a tiny, self-contained ecosystem conserving its precious resources with unparalleled efficiency. It is a powerful reminder that in nature, speed is not always the key to success. Sometimes, the greatest advantage lies in the ability to simply stop, to wait out the storm, and to trust that the world will, eventually, become hospitable once more. This is a survival mechanism honed over millions of years of evolution, a testament to life's tenacity. When conditions finally improve, the transformation is just as miraculous. The first touch of moisture softens the epiphragm, signaling that the long wait is over. Slowly, cautiously, the snail re-emerges. Its body rehydrates, its metabolism awakens from its deep slumber, and it begins to move once more, venturing out into a renewed world. It has outlasted the drought, conquered the heat, and survived against incredible odds, all by doing almost nothing at all. It is a quiet, unassuming victory, but a profound one nonetheless, showcasing one of nature's most extreme solutions to the timeless problem of survival. The ability to think ahead, to plan for a future that has not yet arrived, was once thought to be a uniquely human trait. It is a hallmark of complex consciousness, a sign of a mind capable of abstract thought. Yet, as we look closer into the animal kingdom, we find surprising echoes of this cognitive skill in the most unexpected of places. Here, soaring on jet-black wings is the raven, a member of the corvid family. This is not just a bird, it is a feathered intelligence, a creature whose mental abilities continue to astonish and challenge our understanding of the non-human mind. Ravens demonstrate a remarkable capacity for foresight, a skill known as prospective memory. They are not merely driven by the immediate impulses of hunger or instinct. Instead, they can anticipate future needs and take deliberate actions in the present to satisfy them later. This is most clearly observed in their caching behavior. A raven that finds a surplus of food will not simply gorge itself, it will carefully select a portion of the bounty and carry it away, seeking out a secure hiding place, a crevice in a rock, a hollow in a tree, where it can be stored for a later time, when food might be scarce. This is more than simple hoarding. Studies have shown that ravens will even select and save tools that they know will be useful for a task they will face in the future. They can be presented with a puzzle box that requires a specific stone to open, and later, when offered a choice of objects, they will select that same stone and keep it, anticipating that they will encounter the box again. This indicates a sophisticated level of planning, an ability to connect a present action with a future reward, a mental leap that is exceptionally rare among animals. It shows they can hold a mental model of what is to come. Such behavior forces us to reconsider the boundaries we draw between ourselves and other species. The raven's mind is a complex landscape of memory, problem-solving, and, it seems, imagination. It can project itself into the future, a cognitive feat that requires a deep understanding of cause and effect, of time, and of its own needs. In the dark, intelligent eye of the raven, we see not a simple bird, but a planner, a strategist, and a thinker, reminding us that the capacity for complex thought has evolved in many different forms across the vast tapestry of life on Earth. There are few creatures on this planet as synonymous with resilience as the cockroach. It is an ancient lineage, a survivor of mass extinctions, an organism that has adapted to thrive in some of the most challenging environments imaginable, including our own homes. Its reputation for indestructibility is legendary, but one fact stands out as particularly unsettling and biologically fascinating. A cockroach can continue to live, for a time, without its head. This is not a myth, but a stark illustration of just how differently its body is organized compared to our own. For a vertebrate like a human, decapitation is instantly fatal. Our brains control nearly everything, most critically, our breathing and blood pressure. Sever the head, and these systems fail immediately. The cockroach, however, operates on a fundamentally different blueprint. It does not have a single centralized brain that holds absolute command. Instead, it possesses clusters of nerve tissue, or ganglia, distributed throughout its body segments. These ganglia are capable of coordinating basic reflexes and movements independently of the head, allowing the body to stand, react to touch, and even walk. Furthermore, its respiratory system is entirely decentralized. Unlike us, a cockroach does not breathe through a mouth or nose located on its head. It breathes through a series of small holes along the sides of its body, called spiracles. These tubes deliver oxygen directly to its tissues, a system that continues to function perfectly well, even after the head is gone. The circulatory system is also far less complex. It has an open circulatory system with very low blood pressure, meaning a wound to the neck does not cause catastrophic bleeding. The wound simply clots, and the body carries on. Ultimately, what brings the headless cockroach's existence to an end is not the trauma of decapitation, but something far more mundane: starvation and dehydration. Without a mouth, it can no longer eat or drink. Yet because it is a cold-blooded insect with a slow metabolism, it can survive on its stored resources for days, sometimes even weeks, a headless body, waiting patiently for an end it cannot comprehend. It is a grotesque, yet powerful example of an evolutionary design built not for intelligence, but for sheer, uncompromising survival against almost any physical assault. In the vast, arid landscapes of Australia, an extraordinary feat of biological engineering takes place, not in the construction of a burrow or the weaving of a nest, but in a far more humble and, unexpected process. The wombat, a sturdy nocturnal marsupial, leaves behind a calling card that honestly, just defies the very laws of nature, as we commonly understand them. Its droppings are not rounded, not pellet-like, but are formed into distinct, six-sided cubes. This is a phenomenon, unique in the entire animal kingdom, a biological curiosity that has long puzzled scientists and naturalists alike. How an animal with a round digestive tract can produce such geometric precision is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of life. The secret lies within the final stretches of the wombat's incredibly long intestine, which can measure up to 100 meters. Here, in the last section of its gut, the intestinal walls possess varying degrees of elasticity. Some regions are stretchier, while others are more rigid. As the fecal matter slowly dries out and is compacted, these uneven pressures sculpt the material. The rigid sections form the flat sides and sharp corners of the cube, while the softer, more elastic parts create the indentations. It's a slow, methodical process, a natural assembly line for producing these bizarre, yet perfectly functional, little bricks of digested grass. But why would nature favor such a peculiar shape? The answer, as is so often the case, is one of territorial communication and survival. Wombats are solitary creatures with poor eyesight, and they rely heavily on their sense of smell to navigate their world and understand the presence of others. They strategically place their droppings on prominent features within their home range, on top of rocks, logs, and even mushrooms. A rounded dropping would simply roll away, its message lost to the wind. The cube, however, with its flat, stable surfaces, stays precisely where it is placed, a durable and unmistakable marker for all to see and smell. This unique adaptation ensures that the wombat's territorial claims are clear and long-lasting. Each cube is a tiny, fragrant billboard, announcing, "This territory is occupied." It helps to prevent unnecessary and potentially dangerous confrontations between these powerful burrowers. It is a simple, elegant solution to a complex social problem, a reminder that even in the most seemingly mundane aspects of an animal's life, evolution can produce designs of astonishing ingenuity and purpose. The wombat's cube is not just a biological oddity, it is a masterpiece of functional design, sculpted by the pressures of its environment and the needs of its species. The tiger, a name that conjures images of power, stealth, and, honestly, just breathtaking beauty. Its coat of fiery orange and bold black stripes is one of the most iconic patterns in the natural world, a perfect camouflage for the dappled light of the forests and grasslands it calls home. These stripes break up the animal's outline, allowing it to move like a phantom, unseen by its prey until it is far too late. But the secrets of this magnificent creature run deeper than its fur. The pattern is not merely a superficial decoration, it is an indelible part of the tiger's very being, imprinted directly onto its skin. If one were to shave a tiger, a truly remarkable sight would be revealed. The skin beneath the fur is not a uniform canvas of pale flesh. Instead, the same intricate pattern of dark stripes that adorns its coat is mirrored on the skin itself. The dark stripes of fur grow from follicles embedded in darkly pigmented skin, while the orange fur emerges from lighter skin. This is a fundamental characteristic, locked into the animal's biology from birth. Each tiger's pattern is as unique as a human fingerprint, a personal signature that distinguishes it from every other individual, a permanent identity that it carries throughout its life. This deep-seated patterning suggests that the stripes are not a recent evolutionary flourish, but a deeply ingrained trait, vital for the tiger's role as an apex predator. The camouflage is so critical to its survival that it has been encoded at the most fundamental level of its physical makeup. This ensures that even if the tiger were to lose patches of fur through injury, disease, or, the rigors of a fight, the disruptive pattern would remain partially visible on its skin, continuing to provide some measure of concealment. It is a biological fail-safe, a backup system for its most important predatory tool. The striped skin of the tiger serves as a profound reminder that what we see on the surface in nature is often just a hint of a much more complex and fascinating reality. It tells a story of millions of years of evolution, of an endless arms race between predator and prey, where the slightest advantage can mean the difference between a successful hunt and starvation. The tiger's stripes are not just fur deep, they are skin deep, a testament to the enduring power and intricate design of one of the planet's most formidable hunters, a living, breathing masterpiece of the wild. Along the kelp-forested coastlines of the North Pacific, a charming and deeply intelligent behavior unfolds. Here, amidst the gentle sway of the ocean, sea otters have found a unique solution to the challenge of life on the water. To rest, they float on their backs, tiny, furry vessels bobbing on the surface. But the open ocean is a restless place, and a sleeping otter could easily be carried away by an errant current, separated from its family and exposed to danger. To counter this, they have developed a simple, yet profoundly touching strategy: they hold hands. This behavior is most commonly seen between a mother and her pup. The bond is immediate and vital. A mother must hunt for food on the seabed, but she cannot take her buoyant, vulnerable pup with her on these deep dives, so she will often wrap her young in strands of kelp, anchoring it to the forest. But when they rest together on the surface, they will hold paws. This physical connection ensures that her precious offspring does not drift away while she dozes. It is an act of instinct, an anchor of flesh and fur that provides security in a world of constant motion. But this hand-holding, or rafting, extends beyond the maternal bond. Otters are social animals, and they will often rest together in large groups, also known as rafts. Sometimes these rafts can number in the hundreds. To maintain the integrity of the group, and to prevent individuals from becoming separated from their companions, adjacent otters will link paws. They create a living, breathing flotilla, a sprawling web of interconnected bodies that rises and falls with the swell of the sea. It is a collective act of trust, each otter relying on its neighbor to remain part of the whole. This simple gesture speaks volumes about the social complexity and emotional intelligence of these marine mammals. It is a behavior born of necessity, a practical solution to the physical forces of their environment. Yet it is impossible to watch without seeing a reflection of our own need for connection and security. In the cold, vast expanse of the ocean, the sea otters create their own small island of community, held together by nothing more than a gentle, trusting grasp. It is a beautiful illustration of how, in the animal kingdom, survival is so often intertwined with cooperation and care. Here, in the intricate tapestry of an English garden, a drama of immense complexity unfolds, one that honestly challenges our very perception of intelligence. The humble honeybee, a creature we often just associate with simple, instinct-driven behavior, actually possesses a secret talent of astonishing sophistication. It's a skill that we, as humans, hold dear, the ability to recognize a face. One might assume that a brain the size of a sesame seed would be incapable of such a feat, yet nature, in its infinite ingenuity, has found a way. And this is not simply a matter of recognizing a general shape or color. It is a nuanced and specific identification of an individual human. The process by which they achieve this is known as configural processing. Rather than seeing a collection of separate features, eyes, nose, mouth, the bee's mind assembles these elements into a cohesive, recognizable whole. It's the very same method that our own large, complex brains employ. When a bee encounters a new human face, it learns to associate the specific arrangement of features with either a reward, like a sugary treat, or a negative consequence. This learned association is then stored, creating a memory of that particular face, distinguishing it from all others it might encounter on its daily foraging expeditions. This ability, once thought to be the exclusive domain of primates and other large-brained vertebrates, reveals a profound truth about the evolution of cognition. It suggests that the pressures of social living, or in the bee's case, the need to identify reliable food sources and potential threats, can drive the development of highly advanced neural pathways, regardless of brain size. For a bee, remembering which flowers are bountiful is one thing, but remembering which giant, two-legged creature offers a sweet reward is a cognitive leap of a different magnitude altogether. It is a testament to the remarkable adaptability of life. Consider the implications. The bee that visits your garden may not just see you as a looming, indistinct shape. It may, over time, come to know you. It learns the unique landscape of your face, the patterns of light and shadow that define you as an individual. This tiny buzzing insect, a marvel of biological engineering, carries within its muskelnafaden soort cinemadum ager einen spidens by the bottom soort istilmafbaren no portrait of you. As it flies from flower to flower, it is not just a mindless pollinator, it is an observer, a learner, and a keeper of memories in a world far more interconnected than we ever imagined. Across the vast, sun-drenched savannas of Africa, a giant peacefully browses the highest branches of an acacia tree. The giraffe, an icon of this continent, is a creature of superlatives. Its immense height is, of course, its most defining characteristic, but to reach the tender leaves that others cannot, it relies on another equally extraordinary tool: its tongue. This is no ordinary tongue. It is a prehensile, muscular appendage, stretching over 20 inches in length, and it possesses a most unusual and striking color. It is a deep, dark shade of blue, black, or purple. This remarkable pigmentation is not for show. It is a vital adaptation for a life spent under the relentless equatorial sun. A giraffe may spend up to 12 hours a day feeding, its long tongue extended for significant periods as it delicately plucks leaves from thorny branches. Just as human skin tans to protect itself from harmful ultraviolet radiation, the giraffe's tongue is fortified with a high concentration of melanin. This dark pigment acts as a natural sunblock, shielding the sensitive organ from severe sunburn. Without it, the simple act of eating could lead to painful and debilitating injury. Imagine the evolutionary puzzle that this solves. An animal that must expose a soft, vulnerable muscle to intense solar radiation for much of the day requires a unique form of protection. A pink, fleshy tongue like our own would be scorched within hours. Natural selection has therefore favored this dark, almost alien-like coloration, a perfect example of form following function. The giraffe's long neck is a solution to reaching its food source, and its purple tongue is the solution to safely consuming it. Every detail, no matter how strange it may seem to us, serves a critical purpose in the struggle for survival. So, as we watch this gentle giant meticulously strip a branch, we are witnessing a marvel of biological engineering. The long, flexible tongue wraps around the foliage, its dark color a stark contrast against the vibrant green leaves. It is a tool of incredible dexterity and resilience, tough enough to navigate sharp thorns and protected from the very sun that gives life to the trees it feeds upon. This is a creature perfectly tailored to its environment, right down to the very tip of its extraordinary, sun-proof tongue. It is a myth that has persisted for generations, a piece of common folklore passed down as fact, the 3-second memory of a goldfish. We picture this small, shimmering creature forever trapped in a state of perpetual surprise, endlessly rediscovering its glass bowl. But here, in the quiet, filtered world of an aquarium, the truth is far more impressive. The goldfish, a domesticated descendant of the wild carp, is not a creature of fleeting moments. Its cognitive abilities are far more robust than we have given it credit for. Indeed, a goldfish can retain memories not for seconds, but for many months. Scientific studies have unequivocally shattered this long-held misconception. Researchers have successfully trained goldfish to respond to specific cues, such as sounds or colored lights, in exchange for a food reward. For instance, a fish might learn that a particular melody signals feeding time. When that same sound is played 5 months later, a period of absence far longer than the mythical 3 seconds, the goldfish remembers. It will swim expectantly to the feeding location, its behavior a clear demonstration of long-term memory, proving its mind is not the blank slate we once assumed. This capacity for learning and recall is a crucial survival tool for their wild ancestors. In a complex pond or stream, remembering the location of reliable food sources, identifying safe havens from predators, and recognizing pathways through underwater vegetation are all skills that depend on a durable memory. A fish that could not remember where it found a bounty of algae yesterday, or where a heron was last seen hunting, would not survive for long. The goldfish in our homes has inherited this fundamental cognitive architecture, a legacy of a life of peril and opportunity. Therefore, the next time you gaze into a fishbowl, look beyond the simple, repetitive swimming. See an animal with a history, a being capable of learning, expectation, and memory. That small golden fish may well recognize the person who feeds it each day. It can learn to navigate mazes, distinguish between shapes, and even be taught to perform simple tricks. It is a creature with a mind far more complex than its tiny form suggests, a silent rebuke to a persistent myth, and a reminder that intelligence in the animal kingdom comes in many surprising and often underestimated forms. Here, in the open grasslands, a creature often confined to the shadows is preparing for a most remarkable journey. The humble spider, a master of silk and patience, is about to defy gravity in a way that seems almost magical. It is not with wings that this arachnid takes to the air, but the Maron Suris, Thermal Down, Au Dei, Wustions Rawn Spinsor, a foam force Spain Suridum force and Birin visible to our eyes, a fundamental power of the planet itself. By climbing to an exposed perch, it raises its abdomen to the sky, testing the wind, waiting for the perfect moment. This behavior, known as ballooning, allows them to travel hundreds, even thousands of kilometers, colonizing new lands and crossing vast oceans, all without a single flap. It is a testament to nature's ingenuity. The secret to this incredible feat lies in the Earth's own atmosphere, which carries a natural electric charge. The ground holds a negative charge, while the air above is positively charged, creating a vast, invisible atmospheric potential gradient. The spider harnesses this energy with breathtaking simplicity. It releases fine strands of silk from its spinnerets, gossamer threads so light they catch the slightest breeze. But it is not the wind alone that lifts them. These silk threads, upon leaving the spider's body, typically gain a negative charge, creating a repulsive force with the negatively charged ground below, and an attractive one with the positive air above. This electrostatic force is powerful enough to overcome the spider's own weight, lifting it gently from its perch and into the sky. It becomes an aerial plankton, a silent voyager on the electric currents of our world. Scientists have demonstrated this phenomenon in controlled environments, showing that spiders will initiate ballooning behavior even in the absence of wind, as long as an electric field is present. They are, in essence, electric sailors, navigating the unseen energies that surround us all. This allows for mass dispersal events, where millions of spiders can take to the air at once, creating a spectacular, shimmering haze of silk and life. It is a subtle, yet profound connection between a tiny organism and the immense electrical engine of our planet. The spider does not need to understand the physics, it simply acts on an instinct honed over millions of years. This ability to tap into a fundamental force of nature reveals just how deeply interconnected life is with the environment it inhabits. From the smallest arachnid to the largest weather systems, the world is alive with forces we are only just beginning to comprehend. And so, the spider floats on, a tiny speck carried towards an unknown destiny by the silent, powerful hand of electricity. On the stark, windswept shores of Antarctica, a drama of courtship and commitment unfolds. Here, amid a colony of thousands, the Adelie penguin must secure a mate for the brief breeding season. The currency in this society is not strength or song, but something far more humble. A pebble. A male penguin, driven by an instinct as old as the ice itself, searches tirelessly for the perfect stone. It must be smooth, well-shaped, and of a suitable size. This is no simple task, as the ideal pebbles are a rare and precious commodity on these frozen beaches, forcing the males into fierce competition for the best selection. The ritual is a profound display of dedication. Once a male has found a suitable stone, he carries it with great care in his beak back to his chosen female. He approaches her with a bowed head, a gesture of respect and offering. He then places the pebble at her feet. This is his proposal, a tangible symbol of his intent to build a nest and a future with her. If she accepts the gift, she picks it up and places it in the rudimentary nest they will build together. This single act cements a bond that will, with luck, see them through the harsh challenges of raising a chick in this unforgiving environment. This pebble is more than just a stone, it is the first building block of a home. The nest, a simple circular pile of these collected stones, serves a vital purpose. It elevates the eggs just enough to keep them safe from the freezing meltwater that can flood the ground during the brief Antarctic summer. A well-constructed nest, made from many carefully chosen pebbles, is a sign of a competent and reliable partner. A male who can gather many good stones demonstrates his resourcefulness and his commitment to the survival of their future offspring, making him a more attractive mate in the eyes of the discerning female. But the world of penguin courtship is not without its drama. The scarcity of good pebbles leads to frequent theft. A male may turn his back for only a moment to find his carefully collected stone has been pilfered by a sneaky neighbor. These disputes can lead to noisy squabbles and frantic chases across the colony. It is a constant battle of vigilance and opportunism. Yet through it all, the central ritual remains. A simple, heartfelt offering of a stone, a promise of partnership, and a testament to the powerful drive to create a family, even at the very end of the world. In the vibrant, complex world of the coral reef, danger often comes in small packages, and few are as deceptively dangerous as the mantis shrimp. This colorful crustacean, often no more than a few inches long, possesses one of the most powerful and sophisticated weapons in the animal kingdom. It is a hunter of formidable speed and force. Its two front appendages, known as raptorial claws, are coiled like springs under its body, held in place by a complex latch mechanism. When a target, a snail, a crab, or an unsuspecting fish, comes within range, the mantis shrimp unleashes a strike of astonishing velocity. The movement is one of the fastest recorded in nature. The appendage accelerates through the water at speeds of over 50 miles per hour, reaching its target in less than 3 milliseconds. This is so incredibly fast that it is difficult for the human eye to even register the motion. To put it into perspective, the acceleration is comparable to that of a .22 caliber bullet fired from a rifle. The sheer force of the impact is enough to shatter the thick shells of its prey, breaking through defenses that would deter most other predators. It is an act of overwhelming and instantaneous power. But the initial impact is only half the story. The strike is so rapid that it superheats the water in its path, momentarily creating a pocket of vapor. This phenomenon is known as cavitation. As the claw decelerates, this bubble of vapor collapses in on itself, producing a secondary shock wave. This collapse is so violent that it generates a flash of light, an effect known as sonoluminescence, and a burst of heat reaching several thousand degrees Celsius. So, even if the physical strike misses its target, the resulting shockwave alone can be enough to stun or kill the prey. This incredible biological mechanism is a marvel of natural engineering. The mantis shrimp's joints and muscles have evolved to store and release enormous amounts of elastic energy, far more than simple muscle contraction could ever achieve. The structure of its club-like claw is a composite of materials that make it incredibly durable, able to withstand thousands of high-velocity impacts without fracturing. It is a living hammer, a testament to the evolutionary arms race that plays out every day beneath the waves, where speed and power mean the difference between life and death. Across the vast sun-scorched plains of Australia, a remarkable creature has perfected the art of forward momentum. The kangaroo, an icon of this ancient land, moves with an unmistakable bounding grace, covering enormous distances with an efficiency that, honestly, few other animals can match. This powerful rhythmic hopping is a masterpiece of biomechanical engineering, a symphony of muscle and tendon working in perfect harmony. Yet, for all its forward prowess, this marsupial is bound by a peculiar and absolute constraint. It is a prisoner of its own powerful anatomy, utterly incapable of taking a single step in reverse. It is a life lived only in one direction, forward. This inability to retreat is not a matter of choice or stubbornness. It is a fundamental limitation hardwired into its very being. The kangaroo's large muscular legs, so perfectly adapted for powerful leaps, are simply not designed for the mechanics of walking backward. Furthermore, its long, thick tail, which acts as a crucial third leg for balance and a powerful spring during locomotion, becomes a significant impediment when rearward movement is attempted. It anchors the kangaroo, preventing the complex coordination required to reverse its powerful hops. It is a fascinating paradox. The very features that grant it such extraordinary forward mobility are the same ones that chain it to a future-facing path. Imagine, for a moment, the evolutionary pressures that sculpted such a creature. In an environment where swift escape from predators and efficient travel across sparse landscapes are paramount, the ability to move forward quickly was clearly favored above all else. There was simply no selective advantage in developing the ability to retreat. The kangaroo's survival strategy is one of decisive, forward-facing action. When danger appears, the only response is to bound away, to put distance between itself and the threat with explosive speed. This anatomical quirk offers a profound insight into the uncompromising logic of natural selection, where every trait is a trade-off, honed for a specific purpose in the grand theater of survival. So, as we observe these magnificent animals grazing peacefully or soaring across the outback, we are witnessing a living embodiment of relentless progress. Their existence is a testament to moving onward, a biological imperative to never look back. The structure of their feet, the musculature of their legs, and the balancing act of their tail all converge on this single, unchangeable rule. For the kangaroo, the past is quite literally behind it, and the only way to navigate the world is to face what lies ahead, one powerful leap at a time. It is a powerful, if restrictive, way to live. Here, in our own homes, lives a predator of exquisite refinement. The domestic cat, a descendant of ancient hunters, carries with it a sensory world profoundly different from our own. While we humans delight in the vast spectrum of flavors, from the sour to the salty to the sweet, our feline companions experience a more focused, and perhaps more primal, culinary reality. For them, one of the fundamental pillars of our own gastronomic pleasure is entirely absent. They live in a world devoid of sweetness. It is not that they dislike sugar. It is that, to their senses, it simply does not exist as a taste at all. This gustatory blindness is not a flaw, but rather a fascinating piece of their genetic story. The ability to taste sweetness is governed by specific genes that code for taste bud receptors. In the evolutionary journey of the feline lineage, a crucial gene known as TAS1RR2 became non-functional. This genetic mutation effectively switched off their ability to detect sweet compounds. For a species that evolved as obligate carnivores, whose diet consists almost exclusively of meat, there was no biological need to identify the sugars found in fruits or plants. A taste for sweetness would have been a useless and perhaps even distracting sensory tool in their highly specialized world. This evolutionary adaptation has shaped their dietary preferences in profound ways. A cat's palate is finely tuned to the tastes that signal high-quality, protein-rich food, the savory, umami flavors of meat, and the subtle notes of fat. When a cat shows interest in a sweet food like ice cream or yogurt, it is not the sugar that attracts it. Instead, it is likely drawn to the high fat and protein content, which its senses are exquisitely designed to appreciate. Their perception of food is a direct reflection of their biological needs, a sensory map that guides them unerringly towards the sustenance required to fuel their predatory lifestyle. Observing a cat turn its nose up at a sugary treat is therefore not an act of pickiness, but a glimpse into a different perceptual universe. It is a quiet reminder that the world is experienced in countless ways, shaped by millions of years of distinct evolutionary paths. For the cat, a diet is not about variety in the human sense. It is about the singular, vital pursuit of the nutrients found in prey. Their inability to taste sugar is a testament to their hyper-specialization, a genetic legacy that defines them as one of nature's most perfect and unwavering carnivores, living a life unburdened by the sweet temptations we so readily enjoy. In the heart of the African savanna, the largest land animal on Earth goes about its daily monumental task eating. An adult elephant can consume hundreds of pounds of tough vegetation every single day, a feat made possible by some of the most remarkable dental hardware in the natural world. These are not merely teeth. They are colossal grinding platforms, each one a testament to the immense power required to process such a fibrous diet. A single one of these molars can weigh over 9 pounds and measure more than a foot in length, making it larger and heavier than a standard house brick. It is a tool perfectly sculpted for its formidable purpose. An elephant's life is defined by a slow, continuous procession of these incredible teeth. Unlike humans, who have just 2 sets of teeth in a lifetime, an elephant will cycle through 6 complete sets of molars. This process, known as polyphyodonty, is a crucial adaptation for a long-lived herbivore. As a molar at the front of the jaw becomes worn down from the relentless grinding of bark, roots and grasses, it slowly fragments and falls away. Simultaneously, a new, larger tooth is gradually moving forward from the back of the jaw to take its place, like a geological conveyor belt of ivory and dentin, ensuring the elephant always has a functional grinding surface. This conveyor belt system is a slow and deliberate process, unfolding over the course of the elephant's 60 or 70-year lifespan. Each new set of molars is progressively larger and more robust than the last, accommodating the animal's growing size and dietary needs. The ridges on the surface of these teeth, known as lofts, are essential for shearing and crushing tough plant matter, acting like the abrasive surface of a millstone. The health and condition of these teeth are inextricably linked to the elephant's survival. An elephant with worn-out teeth is an elephant that can no longer feed itself effectively, a stark reality of its biology. When the sixth and final set of molars wears down, the elephant's time is drawing to a close. Unable to process its food, it will eventually succumb to starvation. It is a poignant end, dictated not by disease or predation, but by the finite nature of its own dental life cycle. The immense 9-pound tooth is therefore more than just a biological curiosity. It is a symbol of the elephant's entire existence. It represents the immense power, the slow and steady progression of life, and the ultimate unchangeable limits that nature imposes on even its most magnificent creations. The avian world is, honestly, a marvel of evolutionary engineering, a realm where every adaptation is just so finely tuned for the demands of flight. Among the most remarkable of these, is the way birds manage their bodily waste. Unlike mammals, which produce liquid urine to flush out toxins, birds have developed a far more efficient, lightweight system. They do not urinate. This isn't just some simple quirk, but a fundamental adaptation for life in the sky. Carrying a bladder full of liquid would be, well, a significant burden. An unnecessary weight that would totally compromise agility and speed, demanding more energy for every flap of the wing. Nature, in its infinite wisdom, has sculpted a different path for these masters of the air. Instead of producing urine, a bird's kidneys extract nitrogenous waste from the bloodstream and convert it into a substance called uric acid. This is honestly a brilliant biological solution. Uric acid is non-toxic and requires very little water to be processed, making it a thick, white paste rather than a liquid. This semi-solid material is then combined with solid feces from the digestive tract and expelled together from a single opening known as the cloaca. This all-in-one excretion method is incredibly efficient, conserving precious water, a vital advantage for species living in arid environments, and, most importantly, keeping the bird's body as light as possible for takeoff and sustained flight. This ingenious system is a testament to the relentless pressures of natural selection. For an animal that spends so much of its life defying gravity, every gram really counts. The absence of a urinary bladder and the production of uric acid instead of urea represents a significant weight-saving measure. It's an evolutionary trade-off that has paid enormous dividends, allowing birds to conquer the skies with, honestly, unparalleled grace and efficiency. You can see this elegant solution in the white streaks left behind by a pigeon on a city statue, or the splatters beneath a seabird colony. It is a visible sign of a hidden and quite extraordinary biological process at work. From the tiniest hummingbird, which must conserve every drop of energy, to the mighty eagle soaring high above the mountains, this adaptation is universal among birds. It is a shared characteristic that unites them, a silent but powerful reminder of their shared evolutionary journey. The simple act of excretion, so mundane in many creatures, becomes in birds a profound statement about the necessities of their existence. It is a story written not in water, but in a chalky paste, telling of a life optimized for the freedom of the open sky, a life where being lightweight is the ultimate key to survival and dominance in their aerial kingdom. Here, in the tranquil world beneath the waves, we find a creature that, honestly, defies our very definition of complex life. The starfish, or sea star, is an icon of the ocean, yet it operates without a central command center. It possesses no brain. There is no single organ processing information, making decisions, or coordinating movement. This seems almost impossible, right? How can an animal hunt for food, navigate the complex topography of the seabed, and even regenerate a severed limb without a brain to orchestrate these actions? The answer lies in a radically different kind of nervous system, one that is beautifully adapted to its slow and deliberate life on the ocean floor. The sea star's body is a masterclass in decentralized control. Instead of a brain, it has a nerve ring that encircles its central disc, from which radial nerves extend down each arm. This distributed network acts like a committee, where information is processed locally and actions are coordinated collectively. Each arm can, to some extent, act independently, sensing its immediate environment and reacting accordingly. This allows the sea star to respond to stimuli from all directions at once. If one arm detects the scent of a mussel, it can begin to lead the entire body towards the potential meal, with the other arms following in a slow, coordinated dance of countless tiny tube feet. This decentralized nervous system is honestly remarkably effective. Despite its lack of a brain, a sea star can execute complex behaviors. It can distinguish between light and dark using photosensitive cells at the tip of each arm. It can right itself if flipped over. A surprisingly intricate maneuver requiring coordinated effort from all its limbs. Most astonishingly, it can hunt. Upon finding a bivalve like a clam, the sea star wraps its arms around the shell, using the relentless hydraulic pressure of its tube feet to pry it open just a fraction of a millimeter. It then performs its most macabre trick, everting its own stomach out of its body and into the shell, to digest its prey externally. This strange and wonderful creature forces us to reconsider what intelligence truly is. It demonstrates that a centralized brain is not the only path to survival and success in the animal kingdom. The sea star's method is one of distributed consciousness, a system where the whole is governed by the sum of its parts. It is a slow, methodical, and profoundly alien way of being, a life lived without a single thought, yet one that is perfectly synchronized with the rhythms of the ocean. It is a testament to the boundless creativity of evolution, which has found a way for life to thrive, even without what we consider its most essential component. In the bustling landscapes of our own world, from dense forests to sprawling cities, lives a bird of remarkable intelligence and profound social complexity, the crow. Often overlooked, these corvids possess cognitive abilities that, honestly, rival those of primates. And among their most fascinating and perhaps unsettling traits is their capacity to remember and hold grudges. This is not mere instinct, it is a sophisticated form of social learning and memory that can last for years. A crow that has been threatened or wronged by a particular human will not simply forget the encounter. It will remember the face of the individual responsible. This remarkable ability has been demonstrated in scientific studies. When researchers wearing a specific mask trapped and banded crows, they found that the birds would subsequently scold and dive bomb anyone wearing that same mask, even long after the initial event. They had identified the mask as a symbol of a threat. But the story does not end there. The crow's reaction was not limited to those who had been directly involved. Other crows, who had only witnessed the scolding, also learned to identify the dangerous face and joined in the chorus of alarm calls, effectively passing the information through the local crow community like a wanted poster. This ability to remember a specific face and associate it with a negative experience is an incredible survival tool. It allows crows to identify and avoid individual predators or hostile humans within their territory. When a crow sees a face, it has learned to mistrust. It emits a harsh, scolding call. This serves as a warning to its family members and other crows in the vicinity, alerting them to the potential danger. The knowledge spreads, creating a shared cultural memory of a threat. A single negative encounter can tarnish a person's reputation among an entire flock of crows for years to come. This behavior reveals a mind that is far more complex than we might assume. It requires not only advanced facial recognition skills, but also the ability to communicate specific, abstract information to others. The crows are, in effect, teaching each other who to trust and who to fear. They form lasting social bonds and maintain a complex store of knowledge about their environment, including the individuals within it. So the next time you see a crow watching you, remember that you are being observed by a creature with a long memory. It is a mind that does not easily forgive, and more importantly, never forgets. In the quiet undergrowth of gardens and woodlands, a small, unassuming creature forages under the cover of darkness. This is the hedgehog, a nocturnal marvel whose primary defense is as ingenious as it is simple. Its back is covered in a formidable coat of around 5,000 sharp spines, each one a testament to nature's ability to adapt and protect. One might assume these are a unique biological structure, something akin to a porcupine's quills, but the truth is far more familiar. These formidable spikes are, in essence, nothing more than highly modified hairs, intricately evolved over millennia to serve a life-saving purpose. Each individual spike is composed of keratin, the very same fibrous structural protein that constitutes our own hair and fingernails, as well as the claws, horns, and hooves of countless other species across the animal kingdom. But unlike a strand of hair, a hedgehog's spike is a complex construction. It is hollow on the inside, reinforced with internal struts and chambers that provide both strength and lightness. This incredible engineering allows the spikes to absorb significant impact without breaking, forming a protective shield that can withstand the bite of a determined predator, such as a badger or a fox. When a hedgehog is born, its spikes are soft and pliable, hidden beneath a layer of skin swollen with fluid to protect the mother during birth. Within just a few hours, these nascent spines begin to emerge and harden, granting the young hoglet its first taste of defense. As it grows, it will shed these initial baby spikes and grow a stronger, more permanent adult set. This process is a crucial rite of passage, transforming the vulnerable newborn into a well-armored forager. The ability to roll into a tight, impenetrable ball, with every spike pointing outwards, is a behavior learned early, an instinctual response to any perceived threat. This transformation from a soft, common protein into a sharp, protective armature is a profound example of evolutionary innovation. It demonstrates how a basic building block, keratin, can be repurposed to create structures of remarkable complexity and function. The hedgehog carries its history in its coat of spines, a living chronicle of the pressures and challenges its ancestors faced. It is a quiet reminder that in the grand theater of survival, even the most humble materials can be shaped into the most extraordinary tools for life, allowing this small creature to navigate a world filled with giants. The world of amphibians is one intrinsically linked to water. For the frog, this connection is more profound than for almost any other terrestrial vertebrate. While we might imagine it sipping from a pond or lapping at dewdrops, the frog employs a far more elegant and efficient method of hydration. It does not need to drink in the conventional sense at all. Instead, it absorbs the water it needs directly through its skin. This remarkable ability is made possible by the unique permeability of its epidermis, a living membrane that acts as both a barrier and a gateway to the outside world. The key to this process lies in a specialized patch of skin on the frog's underbelly and thighs, often referred to as the seat patch or drinking patch. This area is rich with blood vessels and has a particularly high rate of absorption. When a frog finds itself in need of water, it simply has to sit in a puddle, on damp soil, or even on wet leaves. Through the process of osmosis, water molecules move from an area of high concentration, the moist environment, to an area of lower concentration, which is inside the frog's body. It is a passive, silent, and incredibly effective way to stay hydrated without ever opening its mouth. This method of drinking, however, comes with a significant vulnerability. A skin that can so easily absorb water can just as easily lose it. This is why most frogs are confined to damp or humid habitats, as a dry environment can lead to fatal dehydration with alarming speed. Their entire physiology, from their nocturnal behavior to their seasonal cycles, is dictated by the need to manage their water balance. This delicate equilibrium highlights the trade-offs inherent in evolution. The very adaptation that allows them to thrive in wet conditions becomes their greatest weakness when those conditions change, making them sensitive indicators of environmental health. Furthermore, this permeable skin is not just for drinking, it also plays a vital role in respiration, a process known as cutaneous respiration. Many frogs absorb a significant portion of their required oxygen directly through their skin, which must remain moist to facilitate this gas exchange. This dual-function organ, serving as both a mouth and a lung, is a masterpiece of biological efficiency. The frog's skin is its interface with the world, a sensitive, life-sustaining layer that allows it to drink, breathe, and survive in the delicate margin between water and land. Beneath the vast, rolling expanse of the ocean's surface, complex societies flourish. Among the most sophisticated are the family pods of the orca, or killer whale. These intelligent marine mammals communicate using a rich repertoire of clicks, whistles, and pulsed calls. But what is truly astonishing is that these vocalizations are not universal. Different pods, even those living in the same geographical region, communicate using distinct and unique sets of sounds. They have, in effect, their own dialects, a phenomenon that points to a level of cultural transmission rarely seen outside of our own species. These dialects are not genetically inherited. They are learned. A young orca calf learns the specific calls of its family pod, by listening to its mother and other close relatives. This vocal tradition is passed down through generations, creating a unique acoustic identity for each matrilineal group. Pods that associate with each other may share certain calls, creating a broader regional language, but the core dialect remains distinct to the family. This is culture in its purest form, a system of shared knowledge and behavior transmitted socially from one generation to the next, shaping the very identity of the group. The differences between these dialects can be subtle or profound. Some pods may use calls with a different pitch, a varied number of pulses, or entirely unique sound patterns. For the orcas, these dialects are more than just a means of communication, they are a badge of identity. They allow individuals to recognize members of their own pod from a distance, to coordinate incredibly complex group hunts, and to maintain the tight social bonds that are crucial for their survival. It is believed that these vocal differences also play a role in mating, helping to prevent inbreeding by allowing orcas to identify and select mates from outside their immediate family group. Studying these cetacean cultures offers us a humbling perspective. It reveals that language and regional identity are not exclusively human concepts. The ocean's currents carry not just nutrients and life, but also conversations, traditions, and the rich acoustic tapestry of orca societies. Each pod's unique dialect is a living library of its history and social structure, a complex vocal heritage echoing through the deep. It is a powerful reminder that in the vast wilderness of our planet, other minds are at work, creating cultures as rich and varied as our own. The Earth is a dynamic, ever-shifting entity. Beneath our feet, tectonic plates grind against one another, building up immense pressure that must eventually be released. For most creatures, including ourselves, the first sign of this release is a violent, terrifying shaking, the earthquake itself. But here, in the undergrowth, lives an animal that seems to possess a sixth sense for the planet's deepest secrets. The snake, a creature so finely tuned to its environment, can feel the coming storm long before it breaks. It is a remarkable sensitivity, a connection to the very vibrations of the Earth that we are only just beginning to comprehend, a living seismograph wrapped in scales. This extraordinary ability is not magic, but a masterful exploitation of sensory biology. Snakes are exquisitely sensitive to vibrations traveling through the ground, a skill they primarily use to detect the subtle movements of prey or the heavy tread of an approaching predator. Their entire lower jaw is, in essence, an instrument for listening to the Earth, transmitting even the faintest tremors directly to their inner ear. When the deep precursory waves of an earthquake, the P waves, begin to ripple through the crust, they are far too subtle for our own senses. But for the snake, it is a clear and urgent signal, a deep hum that foretells of chaos to come. Long before scientific instruments were developed, ancient cultures observed this peculiar behavior. In the depths of winter, when snakes should be deep in hibernation, they have been seen emerging from their burrows en masse, seemingly panicked and disoriented, just days or even hours before a major tremor strikes. It is a desperate, counterintuitive act, abandoning the safety of their shelters to face the freezing cold. This behavior suggests the vibrations they sense are so alarming, so profoundly unsettling, that the risk of freezing to death is preferable to remaining underground where the impending cataclysm will be most violent. It is a stark choice, driven by an instinct we can barely fathom. Scientists today are studying this phenomenon with great interest, hoping to unlock the secrets of the snake's predictive power. Could these animals serve as a natural early warning system? The challenge lies in deciphering their signals from the background noise of everyday life. But the evidence is compelling. From ancient China to modern Greece, observations have consistently linked strange reptilian behavior to subsequent seismic activity. It reminds us that even in our technologically advanced world, there are ancient natural systems of awareness that operate on a level far beyond our own, a silent slithering oracle listening to the planet's heartbeat. The Arctic, a vast frozen kingdom of blinding white, where survival depends on mastering the extremes. Here, the polar bear reigns supreme, an icon of this desolate landscape. We see it as a creature of pure white, perfectly camouflaged against the snow and ice. But this is one of nature's most elegant illusions. The fur of a polar bear is not white at all. Each individual hair is, in fact, completely transparent and hollow, like a tiny, clear tube. The pristine white appearance is a clever trick of physics, a masterful manipulation of light itself, designed for a purpose far more critical than simple camouflage in this unforgiving world. The secret lies in how these hollow hairs interact with the sunlight. When light strikes the bear's coat, it doesn't simply reflect off a white surface. Instead, it enters the transparent shafts and is scattered and bounced around countless times by the rough inner surfaces of each hair. This process, known as luminescence, scatters all wavelengths of visible light in every direction. Our eyes perceive this chaotic scattering of the full light spectrum as the color white. It is the same principle that makes snow and clouds appear white. A multitude of tiny, clear ice crystals or water droplets scattering light to create an image of pure, brilliant whiteness. This ingenious structure serves a dual purpose, and its primary function is not camouflage, but insulation. The hollow core of each hair shaft traps a layer of air, which is then warmed by the bear's body heat. This creates an incredibly effective thermal barrier, preventing precious warmth from escaping into the frigid, Arctic air. Beneath this remarkable coat, the polar bear's skin is not pink or white, but jet black. This dark pigmentation is crucial, as it absorbs the maximum amount of solar radiation that penetrates the transparent fur, drawing in and retaining every possible bit of warmth from the often weak Arctic sun. So, the polar bear is a marvel of thermal engineering. A transparent, light-scattering coat sits atop black, heat-absorbing skin, creating a super-insulated system that allows it to thrive in temperatures that would be fatal to almost any other mammal. It is a perfect adaptation, a testament to the power of evolution to solve the most extreme environmental challenges. The white predator we see moving across the ice is not just a hunter, it is a living solar furnace, cloaked in an illusion of light, a true master of the cold and a symbol of Arctic resilience. In the quiet of the twilight forest, the owl watches, a silent predator. Its reputation is built on stealth and perception. One of its most iconic, and perhaps unsettling abilities, is the seemingly impossible rotation of its head. While humans are limited to a stiff 90 degrees in either direction, an owl can swivel its head up to 270 degrees, 3/4 of a full circle, without moving its body. This is not a party trick. It is a critical adaptation born from a unique anatomical constraint. An owl's eyes are not spherical like our own. They are elongated tubes, fixed rigidly in their sockets, providing extraordinary binocular vision, but sacrificing all ability to glance from side to side. To compensate for these fixed eyes, the owl's neck has evolved to become a marvel of biological engineering. Where humans have 7 vertebrae in our necks, an owl has 14, double the number, allowing for a far greater range of motion and flexibility. This intricate chain of bones provides the structural foundation for its incredible swivel. But the true genius of the design lies not just in the bones, but in the complex network of blood vessels that supply the brain. A rapid, extreme twist of the neck like this would, in any other creature, sever arteries and cause a catastrophic stroke. The owl, however, has evolved a solution. The secret to its survival lies in a series of remarkable vascular adaptations. The owl possesses special reservoirs for blood, located at the base of its jaw, which can collect and hold a supply of blood to keep the brain nourished during extreme turns when the main arteries might be temporarily pinched. Furthermore, the very channels within the neck vertebrae through which the arteries pass are 10 times larger than the arteries themselves. This creates a significant amount of slack, allowing the vessels to move freely and avoid being stretched or torn during a rapid head turn, a cushion system protecting its vital lifeline. Even more astonishing is the network of smaller vessels that connect the major arteries. If one route for blood flow becomes constricted during a particularly sharp turn, these smaller collateral vessels can open up, creating a detour that ensures an uninterrupted supply of oxygen to the brain. It is a natural bypass system, an intricate vascular safety net that makes this feat possible. This incredible combination of a hyperflexible spine and a damage-proof circulatory system allows the owl to scan its world, almost in a full circle, turning a potential weakness, its fixed eyes, into the foundation of its hunting prowess. In the sprawling, hidden kingdoms that exist just beneath our feet and within the walls of our world, A remarkable discovery has been made. It concerns a creature often misunderstood, the common rat. For centuries, we have viewed them as mere survivors, masters of adaptation, but recent science has peeled back a layer to reveal something far more profound, something akin to our own expressions of joy. It turns out that these highly intelligent rodents possess a capacity for glee, a reaction to a specific stimulus that we ourselves know so well. When tickled, particularly on their backs and bellies, rats respond with a series of high-frequency chirps, a form of vocalization that scientists have unequivocally identified as laughter. This is not a sound that can be perceived by the unaided human ear. It exists on an ultrasonic frequency, a private language of delight far beyond our normal range of hearing. Researchers, using specialized equipment, were able to record these vocalizations, revealing a pattern of chirping that only occurred during playful interaction. And just like human children, the rats would actively seek out the hand that tickled them, chasing it and nudging it, seemingly begging for more of the interaction that brought them such pleasure. This behavior suggests not just a simple reflex, but a genuine positive emotional state, a desire for play and connection. The implications of this discovery are vast, challenging our long-held perceptions of animal consciousness. Laughter was once considered a uniquely human trait, a complex expression of social bonding and amusement. To find its analog in a creature like the rat suggests that the roots of joy and playfulness run far deeper in the animal kingdom than we ever imagined. It forces us to reconsider the emotional lives of the animals we share this planet with, even those we often overlook or dismiss. The rat's secret giggle is a powerful reminder that sentience and emotion are not confined to the primates or the great mammals, but are woven intricately throughout the tapestry of life. This ultrasonic glee serves a crucial biological purpose. For young rats, this playful behavior is a form of social practice, a way to learn the rules of engagement, to test boundaries, and to form bonds with their littermates without causing genuine harm. The laughter acts as a signal, communicating that their rough-and-tumble play is just a game, preventing misunderstandings that could lead to actual conflict. It is a sophisticated social lubricant, ensuring the cohesion and stability of the group. So, the next time one considers the humble rat, it is worth remembering that within its complex world, there is room for joy, for play, and for the simple, profound pleasure of a good tickle. The horse, an icon of power, grace, and endurance. Its ability to run for vast distances is legendary, its lungs capable of processing enormous volumes of air to fuel its powerful muscles. But this incredible athletic prowess is governed by a peculiar and absolute anatomical constraint. Unlike humans who can gasp for air through their mouths when exerting themselves, a horse simply cannot. It is what is known as an obligate nasal breather. Every single breath a horse takes, from a gentle sigh in the stable to a desperate gulp of air at the end of a race, must pass through its nostrils. This is a fundamental aspect of its design, one that is both a remarkable adaptation and a potential vulnerability. This unique respiratory pathway is due to the structure of the horse's throat. A fleshy curtain, known as the soft palate, forms a tight, impassable seal between the nasal passage and the oral cavity. While this allows a horse to eat and breathe simultaneously without risk of inhaling its food, which is a significant advantage for a grazing animal, it also means the mouth is completely cut off from the respiratory system. During intense exercise, a horse's nostrils will flare dramatically, widening to draw in the maximum amount of air possible, but the mouth will remain closed to the life-giving flow of oxygen. It is a system of profound efficiency, honed by millions of years of evolution. This design is intrinsically linked to the horse's evolution as a prey animal, built for flight. The long nasal passages do more than just conduct air. They warm and humidify it before it reaches the delicate lungs, protecting them from the damage during a cold weather sprint. Furthermore, the structure is thought to provide greater structural integrity to the skull, essential when running at high speeds across uneven terrain. The entire head is a marvel of engineering, where the need for speed, the need to eat, and the need to breathe are all balanced in a delicate, unchangeable compromise. There is no alternative route, no emergency backup. The nostrils are the only gateway. However, this specialization comes with its own set of risks. Any obstruction of the nasal passages, whether from an infection, an allergy, or a physical blockage, can become a life-threatening emergency with terrifying speed. A horse in respiratory distress cannot simply open its mouth to compensate. This is why veterinarians treat any issue affecting a horse's nasal breathing with the utmost seriousness. The very feature that makes the horse such a superb athlete, its highly specialized and efficient respiratory system, is also its Achilles heel, a stark reminder that in nature, every evolutionary advantage carries with it a corresponding trade-off. Here, in the blur of iridescent wings, is one of nature's most extreme athletes, the hummingbird. It is a creature living life at a pace almost unimaginable to us, its entire existence a frantic, high-stakes ballet performed for a prize of sugary nectar. To power this lifestyle, to sustain wings that can beat up to 80 times per second, the hummingbird possesses an engine of astonishing power and speed. Its heart, a minuscule pump no larger than a pea, beats with a rapidity that defies belief. During its hovering flight, this tiny organ can reach a staggering rate of over 1,200 beats per minute. That is more than 20 beats every single second. This phenomenal heart rate is a biological necessity, the only way to deliver enough oxygen-rich blood to the hummingbird's furiously working flight muscles. Its metabolism is the fastest of any vertebrate on the planet. If a human had a comparable metabolism, they would need to consume roughly 150,000 calories a day just to survive. The hummingbird's heart is, in essence, the central component of a biological machine pushed to its absolute physical limits. It is a testament to the incredible adaptations that life can produce in the pursuit of a niche, in this case, the aerial harvest of flowers. Even at rest, the hummingbird's physiology is extraordinary. During the night, to conserve precious energy, it enters a state of deep torpor, a hibernation-like condition where its metabolic functions slow dramatically. In this state, its heart rate can plummet to a comparatively leisurely 50 beats per minute, a reduction of over 95%. Its body temperature drops, and its breathing becomes shallow. It is a dangerous gamble. In this slowed state, it is vulnerable and slow to react, but it is the only way to survive the night without starving. A necessary shutdown before the frantic energy expenditure of the next day begins at dawn. The hummingbird's heart is therefore not just a pump, but a highly adaptable throttle, capable of switching between extreme states of output. From the near stillness of torpor to the frantic machine gun pace of full flight, it calibrates its performance with breathtaking precision. It is a living paradox, an example of both incredible fragility and immense power, contained within the tiniest of feathered bodies. This tiny racing heart is the very essence of the hummingbird's existence, beating out a rhythm of life so fast and so fleeting that it seems to belong more to the world of insects than to the world of birds. In the quiet, slow-moving world of the turtle, survival often depends on the most extraordinary adaptations. For us, breathing is a simple, almost unconscious act of drawing air into our lungs. But for certain species of freshwater turtles, when the world outside freezes over and the surface of their pond becomes an impenetrable sheet of ice, they must turn to a method of respiration that is, to put it mildly, unconventional. They begin to breathe through their rear ends. This remarkable ability, known as cloacal respiration, is a masterpiece of evolution, a testament to nature's ingenuity in the face of extreme environmental challenges. It is a silent, hidden process that allows these ancient reptiles to endure months entombed beneath the ice. This isn't a mere quirk of nature, it is a vital lifeline. The cloaca, a multi-purpose opening used for excretion and reproduction, takes on a third, life-sustaining role. It is lined with a network of highly vascularized bursae, tiny sacs rich with blood vessels, which act almost like a set of aquatic lungs. By pumping water in and out of this opening, the turtle can extract just enough dissolved oxygen directly into its bloodstream to keep its metabolism ticking over. It is a slow, methodical exchange, perfectly suited for the cold, oxygen-poor water of a winter pond, where every molecule of this precious gas is a gift. Imagine the scene: a turtle, motionless at the bottom of a frozen lake, its heart rate slowed to a mere handful of beats per minute. It has entered a profound state of brumation, the reptilian equivalent of hibernation. In this near-suspended animation, its energy needs are drastically reduced. The oxygen it gleans through its cloaca is just sufficient to power its most basic cellular functions, preventing the buildup of lethal toxins. This extraordinary process allows species like the Fitzroy river turtle and painted turtles to survive for months without ever taking a breath of air, waiting patiently for the spring thaw to release them from their icy prison. This unique adaptation highlights the incredible diversity of respiratory strategies in the animal kingdom. While we rely on complex lungs and fish on their intricate gills, the turtle has repurposed an existing anatomical structure for a completely new and utterly vital function. It is a stark reminder that in the struggle for survival, nature does not adhere to our sense of what is normal or proper. Instead, it finds solutions in the most unexpected of places, turning a simple posterior opening into a sophisticated and essential breathing apparatus, a key to enduring the harshest of seasons. As dusk settles and the world of daylight creatures retreats into slumber, a different kind of animal awakens. It is a mammal, warm-blooded and fur-covered like ourselves, yet it has conquered a domain that all others of its class can only dream of: the sky. The bat is the only mammal capable of true, powered flight. While others, like the flying squirrel or the sugar glider, may leap from trees and glide through the air on membranes of skin, their journey is always a controlled fall, a temporary defiance of gravity. The bat, however, is not merely falling with style. It is a true aviator, a master of the nocturnal heavens. The secret to the bat's aerial prowess lies in its extraordinary hands. Evolution has taken the five-fingered limb common to all mammals and stretched it into a marvel of biological engineering. The finger bones are incredibly elongated and delicate, connected by a thin, flexible, and resilient membrane of skin known as the patagium. This structure is not a rigid wing like that of a bird, but a dynamic, adaptable aerofoil. By manipulating its individual fingers, a bat can change the shape of its wing mid-flight with a precision that human engineers can only envy, allowing for unparalleled agility and maneuverability in the air. This ability to fly has unlocked a vast and largely untapped ecological niche. Under the cover of darkness, bats have become the dominant nocturnal insectivores, consuming vast quantities of pests and playing a crucial role in maintaining the balance of their ecosystems. Others have evolved to feed on fruit, nectar, fish, or even blood. This incredible diversification, with over 1,400 species found across the globe, is a direct result of their unique ability to fly. They can travel vast distances to find food, escape predators, and colonize new habitats, from the deepest caves to the heart of our busiest cities. So when we see a bat flitting through the twilight, we are witnessing something truly exceptional. We are not just seeing a gliding mammal, we are seeing the culmination of millions of years of evolutionary innovation. It is a creature that has fundamentally broken the terrestrial bonds of its mammalian ancestry, transforming its hands into wings and claiming the night sky as its own. The flight of a bat is a silent, fluttering testament to the boundless possibilities of life, a reminder that even within our own class of animals, there are pioneers who have achieved the seemingly impossible. Across the vast, open plains and dense woodlands of Africa and Asia, a sound cuts through the stillness of the night. It is not a growl nor a snarl, but a deep, rasping call that sounds like a saw cutting through wood. This is the roar of the leopard, a solitary and elusive hunter. While it may not possess the sheer thundering volume of a lion's roar, the leopard's call has a unique, penetrating quality that allows it to travel for astonishing distances. Under the right conditions, this territorial declaration can be heard by rivals and potential mates up to 5 kilometers away, a staggering feat for an animal of its size. This remarkable vocal ability is made possible by the leopard's specialized larynx and a large, hyoid apparatus. Unlike the cheetah, which purrs but cannot roar, the leopard belongs to the Panthera genus, the roaring cats. The vocal folds are long and form a square shape, which allows them to vibrate at a very low frequency, producing the deep, resonant tones that carry so effectively through the landscape. This sound is not just noise, it is a complex form of communication, a broadcast that sends a clear message: this territory is mine. Intruders, beware. It is the leopard's way of managing its domain without resorting to direct and potentially dangerous confrontation. For a creature that lives most of its life in solitude, This long-distance communication is essential for survival and reproduction. A male leopard uses his distinctive call to advertise his presence and fitness to females in the area, whose territories often overlap with his own. A female, in turn, may call to signal her readiness to mate. The sound acts as a beacon in the dark, allowing these solitary hunters to find one another across vast expanses of wilderness. It is a lonely and haunting sound, the voice of an animal navigating a complex, social landscape through auditory signals alone. The power of the leopard's roar serves as a potent symbol of its wildness and its dominance within its habitat. It is a sound that has echoed through these lands for millennia, a fundamental part of the natural symphony. To hear it is to feel the presence of a powerful unseen predator, a master of stealth whose voice is its primary tool for staking a claim and perpetuating its lineage. It is a reminder that in the world of the big cats, a powerful voice can be just as formidable a weapon as sharp claws and teeth, a tool for shaping the very geography of power and possession. Here, in the dense foliage of Madagascar, we find a master of illusion, the chameleon. It's a creature that's been celebrated in myth and folklore for, well, its supposed ability to blend seamlessly into its surroundings, a living tapestry that mirrors the world around it. Most people believe this remarkable reptile changes its skin to camouflage itself from predators or to stalk unsuspecting prey. But the truth, as is so often the case in the natural world, is actually far more complex and, honestly, even more fascinating. The chameleon's skin isn't a mirror, but a billboard, broadcasting its innermost feelings to the world. The intricate dance of color we witness is not primarily for concealment, but for communication. Beneath its transparent outer skin are layers of specialized cells called chromatophores. Some of these contain yellow and red pigments, while others, deeper still, hold guanine crystals. By dynamically adjusting the space between these crystals, the chameleon can reflect different wavelengths of light. It's just an extraordinary biological mechanism, allowing for a near instantaneous shift in appearance. In essence, the animal is wearing its heart on its skin, expressing its intentions, its mood, and its physiological state with a vibrant and ever-changing palette. When a rival male enters its territory, for example, a chameleon might erupt into a dazzling display of bright, aggressive colors, vivid yellows, oranges, and even reds. This is a clear warning, a signal of dominance, and a challenge to its opponent. On the other hand, a relaxed and contented chameleon might show calmer, more subdued tones of green and brown. And when a female is receptive to a male's advances, she may signal her interest with a specific pattern, a secret code written in color. It's a silent language, but one that speaks volumes about the intricate social lives of these extraordinary reptiles. Even temperature plays a crucial role in this colorful display. On a cool morning, a chameleon might darken its skin to absorb more sunlight and warm its body more efficiently. As the day heats up, it may switch to a lighter shade to reflect the sun's rays and avoid overheating. So, while its ability to change color can offer some camouflage as a secondary benefit, the primary driver is internal. It's a window into the animal's soul, revealing its fears, its desires, and its response to the world, a living, breathing canvas of emotion and survival. Across the world's coastlines, from the sun-drenched tropics to the windswept temperate shores, the crab is, honestly, just an iconic and ubiquitous presence. We're all used to its distinctive sideways scuttle, a mode of locomotion that seems almost comically inefficient, but is actually perfectly suited to its life among the rocks and sand. This lateral movement is a direct result of its anatomy. Its legs are jointed in such a way that sidestepping is the most energy-efficient way to move quickly. For millions of years, this has been the defining characteristic of a crab's gait, a sideways dance dictated by the rigid architecture of its exoskeleton. But evolution is a relentless innovator, always tinkering with established designs and, well, pushing the boundaries of what's possible. In certain corners of the animal kingdom, we're starting to see a remarkable departure from this ancient blueprint. Several species of crab, especially among the group known as Rhininidae, or frog crabs, have broken the mold. They've evolved the astonishing ability to walk forwards. This isn't a clumsy, shuffling attempt, but a true, coordinated forward march. A feat that, honestly, kind of defies our very definition of how a crab should move. It's a testament to the power of adaptation in the face of new environmental pressures. This evolutionary leap required a significant re-engineering of the crab's body plan. The leg joints, once optimized for lateral movement, have been reconfigured, allowing for a greater range of motion along a forward-backward axis. Their flattened, streamlined bodies are also better suited for burrowing into sand head first, something that a forward gait makes so much more efficient. For these specialized crabs, the ability to move directly towards a goal, whether that's food, a mate, or a place to hide, offers a distinct advantage over their sideways shuffling cousins. It's a small change, maybe, but one with profound implications for their survival. So, while the classic image of a crab skittering sideways across the beach remains true for the vast majority of species, it's no longer the complete story. The forward-walking crab reminds us that nature is never static. It's a dynamic and ever-changing force, constantly experimenting with new solutions to life's oldest problems. The crab's journey, once confined to a lateral path, now moves forward, quite literally, into a new evolutionary chapter, proving that even the most established rules of the natural world are sometimes made to be broken. In the vast, untamed wildernesses of the Northern Hemisphere, the wolf pack reigns as a model of social cooperation and coordinated power. At its head, we often picture a single, dominant alpha, a leader who rules through sheer force and intimidation, making every decision for the collective. This perception of a rigid top-down hierarchy has, for a long time, dominated our understanding of these intelligent carnivores. However, recent and more nuanced observations actually reveal a far more complex and honestly, surprisingly democratic system of governance. The life of the pack isn't a dictatorship, it's a collaborative enterprise. When a critical decision has to be made, most importantly, whether to embark on a hunt, the pack doesn't just wait for a command from its highest-ranking member. Instead, a fascinating and subtle ritual unfolds. It's a form of voting, a rally, where individuals express their readiness to proceed. This process isn't conducted with howls or barks, but with a seemingly innocuous action, a sneeze. As the pack gathers, restless and anticipating the chase, individual wolves will start to emit sharp, audible exhalations, sneezes that serve as affirmative votes for the proposed activity. The outcome isn't determined by the alpha's sneeze alone. While the votes of higher-ranking wolves might carry more weight, a consensus has to be reached. If only one or two junior members of the pack sneeze, the rally might just fizzle out, and the hunt will be postponed. But if a critical mass of individuals, a quorum if you will, signals their assent through this peculiar nasal ballot, the collective energy shifts. The decision is made, the pack is galvanized into action, and with a shared purpose, they move out as one unified force, their success dependent on this very act of democratic agreement. This behavior fundamentally changes our perception of wolf society. It reveals a system where every member has a voice, even if it's a quiet one, and where group cohesion is valued over absolute authority. The alpha is less a monarch, and more a respected leader who guides the pack's consensus. This sneeze voting is a remarkable example of sophisticated social behavior, a mechanism that ensures the group only commits to a strenuous and dangerous hunt when enough of its members are physically and psychologically prepared. It's a democracy in its wildest form, played out not in a parliament, but on the windswept plains. For millennia, humans have lived alongside canines, forging a bond of companionship and mutual understanding that, really transcends species. We've come to know their every bark, their every tail wag, and the unique quirks that define their personalities. We see them as individuals, each with a distinct character. Yet, there's a physical marker of their individuality that's remained pretty much hidden in plain sight, a feature as unique as a human fingerprint. It's a biological signature, etched onto the very surface of their most powerful sensory tool, the nose. This intricate pattern of ridges and pores, a mosaic of flesh and moisture, serves as an irrefutable identity card, a testament to the singular nature of every single dog. This complex and detailed pattern is known as a nose print, or sometimes called a dermal ridge pattern. Just as no two human fingerprints are identical, the intricate network of lines, dots, and valleys on a dog's nose is entirely its own. This uniqueness is established early in its development and remains constant throughout its life, providing a permanent and unalterable form of identification. Unlike a collar that can be lost, or a microchip that needs a specific scanner, the nose print is an intrinsic part of the animal. It's a natural, built-in passport, a biological marvel that speaks to the incredible diversity coded into life itself, even within a single, familiar species. The implications of this discovery are, honestly, pretty profound, extending beyond just trivia into practical applications for animal welfare and identification. Kennel clubs and breed registries have explored using nose prints as a method for confirming a dog's identity, offering a non-invasive and foolproof alternative to traditional methods like tattoos or microchips. In the unfortunate event of a lost pet, a high-quality print of its nose could be used to definitively prove ownership, reuniting families with their beloved companions. This simple, elegant solution, provided by nature itself, offers a new frontier in how we care for and protect the animals with whom we share our lives and our homes. It's a humbling reminder that even in the animals we think we know so well, there are always new layers of complexity to uncover. The wet, inquisitive nose that greets us at the door, that nudges our hand for affection, is more than just an organ for smelling. It's a story. It's a unique mark of identity, a personal signature crafted by evolution. It tells us that in the grand tapestry of life, every individual thread matters, every pattern is distinct, and every creature, no matter how familiar, carries its own special secret, just waiting to be discovered by those who take the time to look a little closer. The concept of self-awareness, the ability to recognize oneself as a distinct entity, separate from the environment, has long been considered a hallmark of higher intelligence. It's a cognitive Rubicon thought to be crossed only by a select few. Great apes, dolphins, elephants, and of course humans. For decades, the mirror test has been the gold standard for assessing this capacity. An animal is marked, placed before a mirror, and observed. If it investigates the mark on its own body rather than on the reflection, it's deemed self-aware. It's a pretty profound test of consciousness, and until recently, the aquatic world was thought to be entirely devoid of creatures who could pass it. But in the vibrant, complex ecosystems of the coral reef, a small, unassuming fish has, well, totally shattered these long-held assumptions. The cleaner rasa, a tiny creature known for its symbiotic relationship with larger fish, has demonstrated this remarkable ability. When presented with a mirror, these fish initially react with aggression, as many animals do, perceiving their reflection as a rival. Over time, though, their behavior shifts. They begin to perform unusual actions, moving in ways they wouldn't normally, seemingly testing the reflection's response. This is the first flicker of a dawning realization, a cognitive leap that was once believed to be impossible for a fish. The true test comes when a colored mark is placed on the fish's body, in a spot it can only see in the mirror. After observing its reflection, the cleaner wrasse will actively try to scrape the mark off its own skin, using rocks or sand on the seafloor. This isn't just an instinctual response, it's a clear indication that the fish understands that the image in the mirror is a representation of itself, and that the mark is on its own body. This discovery challenges our entire hierarchy of animal intelligence, suggesting that the capacity for self-awareness may be far more widespread throughout the animal kingdom than we ever imagined, existing even in beings with brains so vastly different from our own. This revelation forces us to reconsider the inner lives of fish and, by extension, all creatures we sometimes deem to be simple. If a tiny cleaner rasa can possess a sense of self, what other cognitive depths lie hidden beneath the waves? It suggests that consciousness isn't a single monolithic peak scaled only by mammals, but a vast and varied landscape with many different peaks and pathways. The ocean, which we so often view as a silent alien world, may be teeming with minds and perspectives far more sophisticated than we've ever given them credit for. The reflection in the water is not just an image, it's a window into a previously unknown world of Piscine consciousness. In the world of the snake, the air itself is like a library of information, rich with the stories of prey, predators, and potential mates. But this creature has no nose in the way that we, usually understand it. It doesn't inhale scents to be processed by olfactory receptors in a nasal cavity. Instead, it employs a far more elegant and ancient system, a piece of biological machinery that's both beautifully simple and extraordinarily effective. The snake smells not with its nose, but with its tongue. That constant flickering motion of its forked tongue isn't just a sign of aggression or curiosity alone. It's the very act of gathering data, reading the chemical narrative of its surroundings with astonishing precision. With each flick, the tongue darts out to collect microscopic particles suspended in the air or deposited on the ground. These are the scent molecules, the chemical signatures left behind by every living thing that's passed by. The forked design of the tongue is no accident. It's a masterstroke of evolutionary engineering. Each tip of the fork samples a slightly different location in the air, allowing the snake to create a three-dimensional scent map. It can determine not just what smell is present, but also the direction from which it's coming, giving it a stereo sense of smell that's almost impossible for us to comprehend. Once the tongue is retracted, back into the mouth, the real analysis begins. The tips of the fork are inserted into two small pits located on the roof of the snake's mouth. This is the Jacobson's organ, or the vomeronasal organ, a specialized auxiliary olfactory sense organ. Here, the collected chemical particles are decoded, translated into a language the snake's brain can understand. It's a process that's kind of like tasting the air itself, a direct and intimate connection to the chemical world. This organ provides a level of detail far beyond what a simple nose could achieve, detecting subtle pheromones and trailing scents with pinpoint accuracy. This remarkable adaptation is what makes the snake such a formidable hunter and a master of survival. It can follow the faintest trail of a mouse through dense undergrowth or detect the presence of a hidden predator long before it's seen or heard. It's a sensory world, built not on sight or sound, but on the delicate and invisible currents of chemical information that flow all around us. The flickering tongue is a constant dialogue with the environment, a silent, ceaseless gathering of knowledge that allows this legless reptile to navigate its world with a sophistication and awareness that's truly awe-inspiring. In the intricate and, often brutal theater of survival, nature has equipped its actors with a breathtaking array of defensive strategies. For many species of lizard, the ultimate escape plan involves a startling act of self-sacrifice. When grasped by a predator, a moment that would spell certain doom for most creatures, the lizard employs a remarkable biological mechanism known as caudal autotomy. It's a desperate, yet brilliantly effective last resort. The tail, a vital appendage for balance and social signaling, is willingly surrendered. This isn't just a simple tearing of flesh and bone, but a highly controlled, pre-planned separation at a weak point within the vertebra itself. The process is instantaneous and, honestly, astonishingly clean. A powerful contraction of specific muscles snaps the vertebra along a pre-existing fracture plane, a feature designed expressly for this purpose. The severing happens with such precision that blood loss is minimal, as sphincter muscles around the tail artery clamp down almost immediately, preventing a life-threatening hemorrhage. The predator is left holding not the lizard, but a writhing, twitching piece of its anatomy. This disembodied tail continues to thrash about with vigorous, almost lifelike movements, a ghostly dance powered by stored neural energy that can persist for several minutes after the separation. This grotesque, wriggling appendage serves as the perfect decoy, a macabre puppet show that wholly consumes the predator's attention. The hunter, believing it still has its prey firmly in its grasp, is momentarily bewildered by this unexpected turn of events. Its focus shifts entirely to the thrashing tail, a seemingly easy meal that just refuses to be subdued. And this brief window of confusion, that's all the lizard needs. While its attacker is preoccupied with the phantom limb, the lizard, now significantly shorter but very much alive, makes its swift and silent escape, vanishing into the undergrowth to live another day. The cost of this survival tactic is, of course, significant. The tail is not merely decorative, it often stores vital fat reserves and is crucial for locomotion and balance. Growing a new one is a slow and energy-intensive process, and the replacement is never quite as perfect as the original, often supported by a rod of cartilage instead of bone. Yet, when faced with the stark choice between losing a part of oneself and losing one's life entirely, the lizard's decision is a testament to the powerful, uncompromising drive to survive that shapes the destinies of all creatures on our remarkable planet. Here, on the vast, sun-scorched plains of Africa, we encounter a creature of profound contradiction. The ostrich, the world's largest bird, is a masterpiece of evolutionary design, built for speed and survival in an environment where danger is a constant companion. Its long, powerful legs can carry it across the savanna at speeds reaching 70 kilometers per hour, a blistering pace that few predators can match. It is a true giant, a feathered titan that has roamed these lands for millennia. Yet, for all its physical prowess and imposing stature, the ostrich holds a peculiar secret within its relatively small head, a secret that speaks volumes about the priorities of survival in the wild. The most striking feature of an ostrich is not its height nor its speed, but its enormous eyes. Each eye is approximately 5 centimeters in diameter, roughly the size of a billiard ball. They are the largest eyes of any land animal, providing this magnificent bird with exceptional vision, a critical tool for spotting predators from great distances across the open terrain. These ocular marvels are so large, in fact, that they occupy a significant portion of the bird's skull. This anatomical arrangement highlights a fundamental principle of nature: form follows function. For the ostrich, seeing danger long before it arrives is paramount. In a fascinating twist of biological scaling, the ostrich's brain is remarkably small in comparison to its massive eyes. The brain itself weighs only around 40 grams, meaning that a single one of its eyes is heavier and takes up more space than the entire organ of thought and cognition. This is not to say the ostrich is unintelligent, rather it demonstrates an evolutionary trade-off. The brain is perfectly adequate for controlling its complex motor functions, its instinctual behaviors, and the necessities of feeding and reproduction. But nature has clearly prioritized sensory input, specifically vision, above all else, dedicating prime cranial real estate to these incredible optical instruments. This unique anatomy serves as a powerful reminder of life's relentless pragmatism. In a world governed by the simple, brutal calculus of eat or be eaten, having the capacity for panoramic, high-definition surveillance is far more valuable than the ability to ponder complex problems. The ostrich's brain is precisely as large as it needs to be to operate its formidable body and navigate its world. Its eyes, however, are as large as they can possibly be, a testament to the fact that in the great theater of the savannah, the first to see is often the last one standing. It is a creature perfectly, if unusually, adapted to its existence. Deep within the secluded freshwater rivers and streams of eastern Australia, there exists a creature so bizarre, so seemingly cobbled together from the parts of other animals, that early European naturalists who first encountered it believed it to be a hoax. This is the platypus, a shy and semi-aquatic marvel that defies simple classification. It possesses a bill like a duck, a tail like a beaver, and the webbed feet of an otter. It is a living, breathing paradox, a testament to the boundless creativity and occasional eccentricity of evolution. The platypus is a mammal, yet it exhibits traits that seem to belong to entirely different branches of the animal kingdom. One of its most astonishing characteristics is that it lays eggs. The platypus is one of only a handful of monotremes, an ancient lineage of mammals that diverged from the rest of the class over 160 million years ago. After mating, the female retreats to an earthen burrow, where she will lay 1 to 3 small leathery eggs. She incubates them by curling her warm body around them, a behavior more reminiscent of a reptile or a bird than what we typically associate with a mammal. This ancient reproductive strategy provides a fascinating glimpse into the evolutionary history of mammals, a time before live birth became the norm. But the platypus's reproductive peculiarities do not end with egg-laying. Once the tiny, vulnerable young hatch, they are in need of milk, the defining feature of all mammals. The female platypus does indeed produce milk, but she has no teats. Instead, the milk is secreted from specialized pores in the skin of her abdomen. The young, known as puggles, lap the milk directly from the fur of their mother's belly. It is a unique and wonderfully strange method of lactation, blending the ancient trait of egg-laying with the quintessential mammalian characteristic of providing milk for its offspring, bridging two different evolutionary worlds in one small, furry body. As if this combination were not strange enough, the male platypus harbors another secret. It is venomous. On the ankle of each of its hind legs, the male possesses a sharp, hollow spur connected to a venom gland. This venom is potent enough to cause excruciating pain in humans and can be fatal to smaller animals, such as dogs. It is used primarily during the breeding season in aggressive encounters with rival males. A venomous, egg-laying mammal that sweats milk, the platypus is not merely an oddity, it is a living mosaic of evolution, a beautiful and bewildering creature that reminds us that nature's rulebook is filled with astonishing exceptions. From the plains of Africa to the rivers of Australia, we have journeyed through a world brimming with biological marvels. We have seen how an ostrich prioritizes sight over thought, and how a platypus blurs the very lines that define our understanding of the animal kingdom. Each creature, with its own unique set of adaptations, tells a story of survival, of innovation, and of the sheer, unbridled creativity of life on Earth. These are not just trivia. They are windows into the intricate and often bizarre strategies that have allowed life to flourish in every conceivable corner of our planet, a testament to millions of years of evolutionary trial and error. The animal kingdom is a library of wonders, with each species a volume filled with secrets waiting to be discovered. Whether it is the silent communication of dolphins, the incredible memory of a butterfly, or the surprising democracy of a wolf pack, these facts reveal a world far more complex and intelligent than we often assume. If even 5 of these animal facts shocked you and expanded your appreciation for the natural world, do consider hitting that like button. Your support is invaluable and truly helps the channel grow, allowing us to continue sharing these incredible stories with a wider audience. We are always fascinated to know which of these discoveries resonated most with you. Was it the immortal jellyfish, cheating death itself? Or perhaps the cube-shaped scat of the wombat, a simple yet ingenious solution to a territorial problem? Please, comment below and let us know. Which animal fact blew your mind the most? Sharing these moments of astonishment is one of the great joys of exploring the natural world together, and we look forward to reading about the facts that captured your imagination and left you in awe of nature's ingenuity. Our planet is a stage for countless incredible stories, and we have only just begun to scratch the surface. There are endless secrets hidden in the deepest oceans, the densest jungles, and even in our own backyards. If you love mind-blowing facts, uncovering animal secrets, and immersing yourself in these incredible nature stories, then we invite you to join our community of explorers. Be sure to subscribe and turn on notifications for more videos like this, as we continue our quest to uncover the endless wonders of life on Earth. Thank you for joining us on